here?
I don't know, it's 18
Okay.
or 24.
So my question
He
is,
goes Lake Michigan.
Oh, yeah, you need it.
I know, God. Oh, thank you. I whack at it all the time. Here's my
I know.
So the expenses for general assistance
He does
What's well, I can get it general assistance, but over here, but if you look over here, general assistance does have.
We will watch over you.
I wouldn't mind
But they're not,
Yeah, you're probably
Don't have to worry about
laughing
it.
at me and being like,
so this is what I'm gonna.
Well, I'll tell you what, I went down to that meeting down
Why are we concerned?
Retired for it.
Bill.
Join that.
House Bill 3801.
So this
And the
trouble is the ambition.
clerk will not be elected anymore. They will send one out from the state or whatever. She'll clerk your meeting. Yeah,
Still
they
getting
defeated it. It's just
everything's
another way to
way, you
take
know. I don't mind it.
River's down here.
Yeah.
This is all the way.
Pressure is not as bad as Ron.
My grandson wants to go in a week or so, he wants to go.
that's about the only thing he's good
I got
for.
my grandson.
When I have to start paying rate tax and everything else,
See if there's one up here.
This is,
he does, well, what he's doing is he's throwing out every option and seeing which one sticks.
And you know,
he's 16, his mother's worried his dad lives around.
tax and have their business here.
People that like this.
He's
Right
got,
now, I'm getting water right now. I boil it up. Keep an eye on your properties
as long
around.
as they don't get stuck underneath
Yep.
the damn thing, tipping over.
That's where my camper's at.
My daughter has property in Iron Mountain, Michigan. That's where her cars and stuff are registered.
He's got just a cheap little thing, I think.
No,
Why are they?
No, I drove 40 miles a day, Brian, and it
He
really
gets his truck next week.
gave me a chance to kind of settle out.
That wouldn't have been sitting in my yard.
Here, the supervisor's package,
I know, because I know you can go to that.
which is,
And, you know, like I say, if you're gonna raise it, you have to have, if you're gonna flood them, you
and anything we wanna do.
and see when
So I just like to get a copy.
see, I do need you.
He,
they said it.
well, he didn't pay much for this, he found some kid needed money or something, he bought it. But
And,
he's been kayaking before with his dad.
Huh?
Oh, you know
I
what,
guess he knows
that's,
what it is.
we had a little mortgage on it, because we wasn't for sale.
yeah, that's
And
money.
we had to have, we did have to have.
There you go.
Yeah,
Maybe,
Some Jackie here.
little Fulton night.
The shad's always got my hair on it, I shed so
Well,
much.
you gotta start out slow.
Yeah.
It's like shed hair.
Like it, go back where I used to.
And there's a fall space.
Yeah.
Isn't that exciting for the odds?
I haven't shot it, geez, like 6 years.
They moved into a little bitty house,
Underneath there,
and she's
you know, it's one
blow
of those.
drying her hair and shaving, and it's I'm just like, oh my gosh,
Yeah.
I can't be shooting. I cut my hair off, I
We didn't flood the house.
I bought that
And so,
BT that
my
time.
grandson is.
Man, I love that thing.
And the
Well-
banker said if it's,
I got better with that than the over under.
certificate and all that, usually they don't have to do it. Like you have.
That's older than dirt.
But the house, according to the first one, the house, just a little section of backyard is in the
That's how old
house.
it is.
The
One
house
could
is
ask
not
why
in.
we're doing that.
And,
I
it
tell you
said
what, I
that
was
as
in
far as
eighth
the
grade,
numbers come up, it's
and
never
I blew
come
my
up to
dad's
the
gun up, and I cried for about 2 days. It was a 36-inch barrel,
Ooh.
an old 12 gauge.
Golf ball had one of them.
Shortened it up a little bit.
Yeah, right out the top, but it didn't get me. stuck
This
the,
is not.
I don't think it come up in.
stuck the end of it from walking across the slough, you know.
Yeah.
Not smart enough in 8th grade.
It's grandfather.
I fired.
We tear it down.
Oh.
I got that single shot I bought back when, a first shotgun, 36 full. Kicked like
So, let's see.
then it'll reach out.
Here they are.
You can have the barrel fluted, they call it fluted, the end of the barrel, get rid of the shit, ported or party.
Well, I only paid $37 for it.
Across the board, that gets ported.
Yeah. And that's that long ago.
Yeah. Too bad you can't get beer like that, that one go well. Down there.
But I took it down Rockford, you know, and around and everything, and
Oh,
I tried to get 36-inch barrel. Can't get it. Since 8th grade, that was still a long time ago. Back in the late 40s.
They got their mercury too, what's the stock now?
So then I gave him the money and then he gave it.
It's amazing what
And
they
it said it was
Yeah, it was a fun old gun shoot.
But anyway,
I would say it's the under outdoor a little ways back. And I was just eyeballing the newer version of it.
yeah, I said,
And that guy came up with talking to me, says, well, you want a whole one? Sure, I'll hold one, I'm buying one. I'm like, we don't have
well,
one.
it's not.
Yeah, just hold
We
one.
don't,
I hold one of these.
because
They had handed me this semi.
well, that should be in,
Oh, yeah.
in,
This thing is light as can be. He says, yeah, there's all this carbon fiber and all this stuff. And he says, this thing is bomb. I think after mentioning it, I just got kicked. He said, no, you'd be surprised the way this thing's
Really?
Get the lightweight one.
I was working down there in the late 90s.
oh, no,
Rib came off the end.
I didn't think it was,
okay,
you
so
know.
that's
all that is.
under
There's guys.
We're gonna call the meeting to order. Would you please stand and say the pledge? I pledge allegiance
To the flag, United States of America, and to the republic for which stands one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, now we're gonna do the poll of the electors. We have 13. Dick's just walking in, so
13.
yes. We need to do the nominations of the moderator. Do we have any nominations?
I nominate Regine Hamilton.
Any other nominations? Okay, so Rogine, you will be the moderator. I need to give you the oath. There are 13. Okay, so there's 11. Sorry. Okay, so I just need you to repeat after me. I do solemnly swear
I do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully and impartially
that I will faithfully and impartially
discharge the duties of moderator
discharge the duties of moderator
at this township meeting
at this township meeting
to the best of my ability.
to the best of my ability.
And then I just need you to sign this as moderator. And then I will sign it. Thank you. Okay, we need to review the minutes of last year's meeting.
Before we start, in the spirit and the intent of a meeting of the electorate, could we have everybody move over there and Jennifer and I will moderate equally from here, please?
Is that okay? I have no problem doing it.
Jennifer and I are the,
Oh, yeah.
So if you would just go so we can-
You're asking,
so
but
we-
tell me. Aren't you? No, I have no problem doing it.
yeah, just so we can moderate this equally to everybody. Thank you.
Don't sit
Yeah,
there,
everybody.
keep looking.
Oh, thank you. I haven't heard that in a while.
Thank you.
How you feeling?
Okay, so we need to, everybody has a copy of last year's minutes. Does anybody have any questions?
Poor people.
So, if there are no
If there's no,
corrections or additions, they'll stand as approved.
or you can have a yay or nay kind of thing.
If there's no corrections.
So, okay. So, if you approve the minutes from April 10th, 2018 annual board meeting, please stand. Oh, voice, that's fine. Oh, you make a motion, okay.
Second?
I'll second it.
All
And there were
right.
no corrections or additions?
None.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
All right, so now we need to go over the treasurer's report.
Okay, so are we looking at the supervisor's
Yes, the
statement of
super-
financial
yep,
affairs, the annual
yep.
financial statement? Okay. So this isn't really the treasurer's report. It's the supervisor's
Super, yeah,
annual financial statement. I do have one question, under expenditures for home relief. Home relief is that general assistance, Joe?
Yes.
Okay, so the expenses for general assistance are not all put under home relief here?
There were none.
Well, there are on there was insurance and education.
That's expenditures.
Home relief is if we give it to the people.
So that's what I'm asking. Home relief is strictly, so home relief is strictly a disbursement to, okay. And then, so the insurance would be under this insurance? Okay. Any other questions?
I have a question. Last year at the meeting, there was an adjustment by the auditor on the general assistance, thousands of dollars. Where is that reflected on here?
Joe?
I didn't hear what you said.
Oh, last year at the meeting, there was you had an auditor's report that was given out that, the auditor recommended making an adjustment on the general assistance.
Yes.
I forgot it was 38,000, something like that. Where is that reflected in here, that adjustment?
It was probably done as of 3/31 for last year.
But that was after the meeting it was adjusted.
And I'd have to look it up.
I did, yeah.
Yeah.
Because money was transferred last
Yes.
year that he suggested get transferred.
Right, no, my point was, that auditor's report came out, it was reported at the meeting, so it wouldn't have been transferred before the meeting, it was transferred after, so it shouldn't show up on this report.
I'd have to look to see when it was done.
Okay, yeah, if you let me
I
know,
mean,
thank you.
It wasn't done between April 18 and March 19 on the books itself. He may have been later, but the adjustment was made as of 3/31. But I'll check it out to be sure.
Last year, 17 was 13,000.
So don't transfers have to be made at the meetings with the approval of the board? Because I don't remember it at any meetings.
You're talking general assistance, or are you talking the auditor?
Any transfer?
I was talking about the auditor's report that was at the meeting, so it couldn't be transferred before his report was
Yeah, it can't
reported.
be.
So it
Can't
should
be
be on
before the
here then.
meeting.
Right, so it should be
this
on
one.
here.
If he recommended it to be transferred, cause I think, too much.
I'm just
we had-
saying this might need to be amended
Joe,
if it's not.
wasn't that a question for, how we made the payment to the audit, how we made the payments to different things, and it came out of general fund because it's general
We don't-
fund, but we don't
Have a
actually
separate
have a
audit account.
specific,
I'm sorry.
audit
Everybody's talking.
fund or
Correct.
No,
insurance
it's,
fund.
I couldn't
Correct,
hear
we
it.
do not
We don't have
have
a
a
separate auditor,
a
we don't have a
separate
separate.
account
right.
for the
Yeah,
audit.
yeah, this is the report.
We have an audit account.
We have an audit account, but we do not have a separate checking
Yeah.
account for that. Everything comes, when we write a check for like that, for the auditor, it comes out of the
Town,
town fund.
okay.
Everything comes out of the town fund, except for general
Yeah.
assistance.
But he was just recommending that, you know, it says right here, audit fee paid by town fund on 3/13
Yes,
and 14, and it should have been, I don't know,
We talked about this at the last meeting, that we weren't gonna set up just one sole account for that purpose.
we're not gonna put a check.
So, right, it's too costly to the township to actually do that. So that's what, if I remember correctly, we discussed, right?
and I know that it's cost more money, but I also know that when we levy for the audit fund, we levy for the insurance fund, the general assistance fund, and the general fund. So we levy for those, but we don't actually put it separately, right, Joe?
We have an
Excuse me,
account.
excuse me.
Yes,
Everybody will get a chance to talk as much as you want, but we'll have to be recognized one at a time.
Okay,
so.
I'm sorry.
Okay. All right, go ahead, Joe.
we have done, instead of making all these checking accounts, which will cost us a lot more money, we take everything, we have an audit fund. It's in the, it's kinda, well, if you understand it, a town fund. We have an audit fund out of the town fund.
Yes.
All the money comes out of the town fund, it's just that we write it that way, so we don't have all these checking accounts, because it costs money to have checking accounts.
Okay, my question is, do you have a question, Jim?
No. I don't.
Okay, my question is, then
money.
it should be under, on the profit and loss. The only income under general assistance is property tax. So would that transfer, even though it's within the same fund, the town fund, shouldn't that show up here? Or not?
It all depends on when it was entered into the computer, date-wise.
Okay, so.
Does anybody have the letter that you're talking about, or the note you're talking
You
about?
gave it out at the last meeting last year.
I did?
Yeah,
Yes.
that's how I got it. Yeah. I don't have it with me.
Oh.
I'm just saying if it's supposed to be reflected on here, because that would have been adjusted after the meeting, since it was brought up, it should probably be reflected on here. So maybe an
But,
amendment.
well, I can tell you right now, all the checks and the depositors that were wrote, from April to March is all on here. So, I would have to check to see when that stuff was done.
Scott?
So nobody got general assistance.
If I remember right, I'm just gonna brainstorm, is that when the auditor said you got too much money in the general assistance and you move some there? Is that what they're talking about?
No, we had too much money in the audit fund.
We had too much money in the town fund
Right.
Yeah,
that we needed to, well, we needed to put
Yes.
it into general assistance.
That's what he's saying. yeah.
Because the property taxes that come, they normally break it down into each checking account, but they will not break down general assistance. That comes automatically with town fund. And we did not transfer that money at the time.
we done it one time, I think once a year, right? That's what we were doing. And he's thinking that we should do it, I guess, quarterly. So we started moving it, didn't we move it?
Wow.
We didn't do it on here, I don't think.
So
Well, we
Joe,
did it-
is there an amount that is designated to you from the bulk of taxes that you get that's to go into the town fund that says so much of this has to go to general assistance?
Yes.
Okay, so you were not putting that in that account and you were $38,000 behind?
It's been over a year ago.
Yeah.
Oh, we're not behind
No.
now.
No, I don't mean behind, I mean you hadn't transferred
We didn't
$38,000.
There wasn't 38,000 that wasn't transferred, but I don't remember what the amount was.
Yeah,
So is there an actual separate account for general assistance?
yes.
No, it's in the town fund and they evidently
No,
keep
general
a,
assistance.
It's
has a-
designated as
but you write it
general
out of the
assistance.
town fund.
No,
You
No,
don't, you
No.
have a checking account for
General assistance should have its own
Okay.
fund because it's a restricted fund.
Yes.
yeah, general assistance is separate.
It's a designated fund.
So the auditor had said, if I remember last year, I don't know, it was on the document you gave us, Colin, that there had to be an adjustment, cause it wasn't, it had to be an adjustment, so all I'm just saying is, you know, where is it reflected, or it might just be amended.
So, Scott,
But don't you guys designate what goes in what fund, right? When you do your budget, when you levy.
Levy.
When you do the levy, it's tells us.
The amount that's designated, they create, they say $20,000 goes to general assistance.
right,
They could say $5 next
Right.
year. I mean,
hopefully.
so they make, you guys make the figures what goes where.
On the levy.
The state don't tell you, you guys,
Oh, the levy.
yeah.
So, Mike, we should have a profit and loss
As I
from
recall.
last year in the office here. Yeah, let's just see if that's on there real quick. Resolve it right now.
It doesn't look like we're gonna get the levy, but more important, so we're gonna have rain. I think we're gonna just need to have rain. I think the weekend and next month on Tuesday is supposed to be like 60.
Yeah, you get all that water down here when that melts.
We get a bunch. Got carp in my yard.
You need a fish trap back there.
My land is like a sheet of ice for about a month, I felt ice. Snapped my head.
It's a bitch.
Because everybody ran out of ice too. There was nobody in town that had ice. Oh, salt, I'm sorry, yeah. Ice salt.
Really?
They had ice. They had salt.
Okay, I was gonna say, cause they give me a picture of everything they put in there and then detail everything out, so I saw the first one, I didn't see the
When
second
you
one.
watch those
'cause I didn't
videos
look.
on
I
the
was looking for the first one, so.
internet, it's kind of funny watching people hiding until it happens to you. It's not so funny.
We got a granddaughter making commercials now.
Oh, is she?
Suzanne.
Making
She's,
makeup for?
Mrs. Spring or something.
Were you getting closed out the bridge
Is
fund?
she in commercials or she's
Yeah,
making?
she's
You getting closed out the
she's-
bridge fund? You say
She
you didn't
comes
know?
in for an advertisement at some place. Got like knick-knack stuff.
So when's you gonna close it out?
She's all dressed up.
Yeah.
Then no talking about her action.
So you can't close it out.
So why
She showed me on her video.
But they never met before back when we
do we have some senior general assistance that we work in anybody? Why come these companies had released
Okay.
last year?
I don't know.
we can pay for it.
Because we put so much in 17, see, he had almost
You know,
4,000. But he never reported all these.
So while Colleen's looking this up, are there any other questions on the supervisor's annual financial statement? do you want to wait till, Lee, do you wanna wait till, to see what she finds?
No,
I'm printing it out right now.
yeah, you can go on,
Okay.
I don't wanna hold up the meeting. I was just asking.
We moved $19,705 as of 3/31/18 last year.
So that would have been on last year's, okay, all right, thank you,
But I'm
Colleen.
printing one out for you.
Okay. Why don't you go ahead and give it to Lee then? Thank you. All right, again, anything else on the supervisor's annual financial statement? Could I have a motion to receive it and put it on file?
I'll make a motion to approve it,
We don't approve it, to receive it
to receive it.
and file it. A second?
I'll second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? You can receive that and put it on file.
Can I say something?
Sure.
Just for record, we pay the auditor out of the town fund, and we had not reimbursed the audit fund, so we did that also last year at $8,547. Went from the town fund to the auditor's account.
But the auditor's account is paid out, the same checking account as the town fund?
Yes.
Okay,
because
but
it
not
doesn't
general
have checks.
assistance?
Right.
Okay, all right. All right, the agenda has presentation of the budget. I'm not sure. Joe, what are we presenting?
Legal fees on here.
While you're presenting the budget for the next year, that we haven't, I don't think we changed anything drastic in it. I mean, it's always divided up, let's see, what was it?
So, is this the tentative budget?
Basically, yes, because we never get a true thing until after June. They might, the county does not give us a statement for us to do it. So this is a tentative budget, but we approve it. If we have to amend it to adjust for what they give us, that's what we do.
Don't we have a budget, public budget meeting coming up next week?
Next week,
And that will be the tentative budget?
yes, it's always a
Okay,
tentative.
so how did this get created?
Because the county does not give us an accurate account, because they don't know what they're gonna get for taxes. This has been this way ever since I've been here,
Okay.
and before I'm here,
My question is where is this budget?
right
Right
in
here.
front of you.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it's on display over here.
It's over
It's
there.
that? Okay, so when was that created? That's the tentative budget?
Yeah, that's our tentative
Okay,
budget.
so who made the budget? Because you were gonna bring your budget back or to the board members, and
It's
then
right
you
over
were.
there. It's all, they all got theirs.
So, did you all work on that together? That's my question.
No.
They had their opinion, and when they gave me their opinion, that's what it was. If it fit what I had, fine.
We had a vote on it.
Wait
They had to
a
vote on
minute.
it.
We, and we
You
couldn't.
voted on it? Jim?
We couldn't approve it, and I have gone to two budget hearings down, not budget hearings, but budget preparation hearings down at the state. And everybody says kind of the same thing Joe says, is we approve a budget, but it's tentative because we don't know exactly what we're going to get. And so you have to amend it, supposing you get way short or way long. But when we sat over there the other night and you presented your budget, I made some suggestions of where I thought we should cut some or whatever, it didn't pass. It kind of, we're kind of looking at what Joe put out. But I did suggest some points, right, Joe?
Right.
Okay, hold on, Lee?
No, I just have a question, and I apologize, I didn't get to see the agenda. If you're gonna approve a tentative budget, and usually the budget meeting is separate, was notice given to the public? I didn't see the agenda, so someone needs to show me the agenda or.
That's what I said, the budget meeting has not happened yet.
No, but I'm saying, yeah, usually, when I served as a trustee, we did it separate, and if they're gonna put it on today, is there notice to the public about that? Because,
It's not on today's.
so how do you go ahead and approve something?
I don't
You can
believe
talk
we're
about it,
approving the
information.
budget.
We,
No, that's what it was mentioning, to go ahead and approve a tentative
No.
budget tonight.
no,
Okay, all right, I misunderstood.
no, we will not approve.
Okay, I misunderstood, that's why I was asking.
So I guess the presentation of the budget is just
So you're gonna have to re-present it again
at the budget meeting.
at the budget meeting, I mean,
Yes.
so it's
So
just
that's-
informational tonight,
Yes.
okay, I got it.
Okay, so, and copies are,
There's a copy up there on the ledge in the book, and I can get anybody copies
I'd
who
like a
needs one,
copy.
so.
yeah. So this is not gonna change then before the budget meeting now?
The budget itself.
That's it? No, what you're presenting at the budget meeting, at the
No,
public
I
hearing,
can't.
at the public
No.
hearing?
You can't change.
Okay, all right.
I would think not.
Okay, all right. Okay, yeah.
Okay.
All right. Annual resolution to have the town meeting in 2020. Did you get a date?
I have a date, the 7th of April will be the
April
first.
7th. And we have a blank for the time. Is there any discussion on what time you would like the meeting?
Can I bring up something
Yes.
on that? I'm not complaining or anything, but why did the time get changed? Because it was 6:15.
Yes, because I thought Seward was gonna come here and have it like they normally do.
We've never had an annual meeting with that too. Never.
Well, then I was,
We came to approve in May, half hour before, that's probably what happened.
oh, okay, that's why we changed it.
Okay,
Because I thought they were coming, okay? That's why we changed it. I thought it was an error, but it's an error of me.
Well, it was kind of a little bit of a costly error. First of all, I complained at that meeting that I don't think we should amend a resolution made by the electorate. And if we would have had some discussion, maybe that would have come out that it was being changed for a reason that doesn't exist. But it did not. So we will make this resolution for the date and time next year. We're sure April 7th is right. April 7th
Let me
is
double
right.
check.
And I hope it will stand. I really don't think that the township board of trustees can alter a resolution made by the electorate. And if they hadn't, it wouldn't have cost us twice to put that in the paper. So, and I'm sorry that nobody realized that the multi-township doesn't have an annual meeting.
So recommendations on time?
Time?
7:00. 7:00 is when most of our meetings are.
Everybody good with 7 o'clock?
Second.
Okay. All right, a motion to adopt the resolution to have the 2020 annual town meeting on April 7th at 7 PM here in the Township Hall. Motion, please.
I'll make a motion.
Lee, second.
I'll second.
Vern. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
May I bring up something else? And it's not on the agenda, but last year, didn't you guys talk about the pay for the moderator? Did that discuss or not?
Oh, yeah, we did. Was 35 last year we
I think
paid
so.
you for it?
I think it was third.
Was
Third
that
and
being
30?
set for this year?
I think this said 30.
Scott got 30.
Yeah.
I think everybody voted on this year's meeting last year, so should that be happening now, or can it happen when it's not on the agenda? If it's not happening, just stay the same.
on the agenda, so it stays the same.
All right, would anybody else like to say anything? It's your meeting. Nothing? I just have one question. How's that investigation going, Joe?
You're not allowed to discuss anything but this.
Well, we can talk about anything. It's our meeting. We can't act on anything, so.
It's going just like it was before.
Okay. Anybody else have anything? Motion to adjourn.
Also move.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Slam that and say adjourn.
Adjourned. Do you want copies of this?
Yeah, please.
Yeah, yeah.
I didn't do it.
Yes, you did.
So everybody knows.
You would if you could, though.
Nope.
They're right
I
here.
signed the paper.
So,
Yeah, Pardon?
Good job, Ruby.
Oh, thank you.
these they were right here, just so you know, just so you can see them. I'll make you copies, but they were, so.
The doctor says I'm old.
Oh, boy.